Hi,
First of
sir.
all, I'll just introduce Dr. Aniket, who has secured the rank 5 in NEET SS 2023 surgical group. First of all, Aniket, hearty congratulations for the huge achievement, and I feel very proud that you are like SLGS student. So,
Thank you,
first
sir.
of all, I'll just ask you, how are you feeling right now?
Sir, feel amazing. Feel really great. All the effort has finally paid off. Sir, I
Yeah.
worked really hard for this, and now I have got the result that I wanted. My
Yes.
dream college and dream branch.
Great.
Couldn't have asked for anything more.
So what is your dream college and branch?
Sir, Tata Onco.
Oh, so I have taken talk with Dr. Jaideep earlier, and he is also going to be your colleague,
Yes,
I think.
yes.
And is he your friend or a colleague or?
No, I also saw his interview, sir. I'll meet him
Oh, okay, okay. So you
in
both are
Tata.
going to be colleagues
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first, I'll start with asking you that please tell about your journey. That when did you start preparing for NEET SS, and how did you go about it?
Sir, I the preparation for MS final exam and NEET preparation, I did it in such a way that they both went hand in hand. It was not as if I was studying for NEET. I was preparing for NEET mainly because I knew that the MS result doesn't matter much. So I used to read the standard textbooks. I read mostly Sabiston during my MS, and then I started making notes. I and also with time I started solving some questions. Um, so in my first attempt during my MS, I did not read Bailey much. That is a regret that I have because last time I went without reading Bailey, and the question paper was I got a little misled that Savison is the book, and so I kept on reading Sabiston. I went to great depths. And then I realized that the preparation cannot be unidimensional. You need to read uh, from different sources for different things. Like for gastro, you need to read Sabiston. For general surgery, you need to read Bailey. And with time you can consolidate with like the other like if you have read Sabiston Gastro, then after some time the next time you read it you can read Bailey and cover that part as well. So that is how I started. And note making, sir, that is the main thing that I like. That is the thing that I tell everyone, my juniors, everyone, that note making is what helped me. It used to help me clear a lot of concepts. It used to help me understand what actually the author is trying to say. When I was trying to write it myself, I used to try to simplify it uh, with a plan of revising it to make it. I used to make the notes in such a way that it will help me later on. Um, I did, and then so I got a rank of 258 last time, when
Okay.
I was a little sad because midway I realized that I'm not able to finish the whole syllabus, and I couldn't read the subspecialties to the depth that I wanted to, and then the paper was CVTS heavy.
Yes.
So that was little off-putting, but then I gathered myself and I was like, I was getting surgical onco at other government institutes, but then I decided that if I have dreamt of something, I should go that extra mile and work harder and focus my energy on the deficiencies that I had recognized in my previous attempt, and then I focused on those things. I focused on the subspecialties. I read Bailey, and with the 28th edition coming in, it was really imperative to read Bailey. So I started reading Bailey, and I had already made notes from Sabiston, so they were with me. And then I started solving more questions. Last year also, one mistake that I had done was I hadn't solved a lot of questions. I had solved only around 500 to 1000 questions last year. So then I realized that this is an area. I used to listen to a lot of interviews where everyone used to say that you have to solve a Q bank twice or thrice.
Yes.
So then I started solving more questions. I started giving GTs. I started giving mock tests. I used to give them live whenever I could. And sir, sir, after my MS, we have a bond period of mandatory bond period of 1 year. I joined the bond. I worked for 6 months. Then I realized that I am not satisfied with the preparation that the way the preparation is going. I am not able to put in the effort of what I think is necessary to get Tata, for which I am repeating. It would have been stupid if I had gotten a lesser rank than last time. Then this whole year would have gone waste. So I left my SR ship midway. I was like, I will start studying. I'll give my all. I used to go to the library in the morning. I used to sit there till I used to go at around 11, sit there till 11, and before going there and after coming back, I used to solve questions. So throughout the year, my average day was minimum of 10 to 12 hours of studying and maximum up to 16 hours, depending on the kind of day I was having.
So,
Apart from the fact, sir, I used to take little breaks in between. I love cricket, so I used to automatically get breaks in between whenever there were match days.
so
So,
I think that's
and
a common thing between you and Dr. Jaydeep.
okay, and sir, so that is how it went, and it is not easy. I worked really hard. I can say that I have worked hard for this, and I know how much it uh, how much it how much you require to reach this level. It's not easy, and then all the things that small things that I was doing, reading textbooks line to line. What some people do is they start focusing on MCQs more than reading the text. So I used to do both. I used to read every line. I used to write. It was as if the whole of Sabiston is in my notes. And I used to use iPad for making notes. So it was really handy. Whenever I wanted to add something, I could simply add a page in between. And then if I found a new point while solving questions, if I found a new point while giving some GT. So that is how it went. And sir, I persisted with the same strategy because I was like, I have to see this through till the end, that and see if this works or not. I cannot leave this midway. So I kept on doing the same thing till the end. I was so that is the only way I could focus. Like I tried to just read and not make notes, but my mind would wander. Like what would happen? Is it possible? Am I reading too much in detail? But then it was like a earthing thing for me that I used to write notes. I used to get into that groove that now I can focus. Now I'm understanding the topic. So even if it took more time, it takes, I think, making notes was the reason that I could only finish the course only once.
Right.
Uh, but I don't have any regrets. That is the way I chose to do it.
Right.
And now I have the results because this time the paper was atypical.
Yes.
And like the most important things that you would think that in a chapter and the tables they had not asked, like there were barely any standard questions
Yeah.
which I thought was standard. And then so that reading in depth, reading every line of the textbook and then forming my own concepts, making my own notes, it helped me make up my subconscious to bring my subconscious to a level that it could help me on that day. It so happened that something that I had read 8 months back, that came back to me. I was lucky that some things came my way, but so that is how I would have preferred to do it, and I did it, and I got the result that I want.
So what I can take away from what you just said is that one is never back down attitude. Second is dedication. third is sincerity, fourth is persistent, and five, and the most important thing is hard work. So you have put in the maximum what you can, and you very rightly summarize about your journey. And it definitely would help a lot of aspirants hearing you regarding how you left a seat just because you wanted to follow your passion. So I believe there are two types of people: one who follow the passion for the dream branch, and people like you who want to follow the passion of the dream college. You have achieved both. So that is a very huge achievement, and I'll again congratulate you.
Thank you.
And next, obviously, I'll ask you, and it is something of my personal opinion regarding my platform because it's my baby. I want to ask you that how did we help you and how did you utilize it, and how would you say about it?
Sir, I really like the decathlon series. Um, what happened was you had 10 tests, 11 and 12 by the end of it. You focused a lot on the tables and the important stuff. So even if I had read something that like if I had read something long back, so that your test series helped bring it to the fore, read the and I used to gather those important pieces of information that I would have forgotten else or otherwise. And then sir, I also saw your aim for NEET SS, those videos that you make from of the important tables from Sabiston and Bailey. I couldn't see all the videos, but whenever I used to feel like I'm not feeling like solving MCQs or making reading the text, then I would like sit for some 30 minutes or 1 hour and watch one of the videos, and that used to help me. And it used to happen like this used to happen if I watched a video and I gave a GT. So that used to a question from that topic used to come, and I used to feel ki everything you have to put in efforts at different points of time in different directions, and it all will come together in the end. Like whatever effort that I'm putting, watching a video, solving questions from multiple platforms, solving GTs, giving mocks, everything comes back to you, and making notes and then trying to revise. I could not revise a lot. That is the drawback of making notes, sir. It takes a lot of time.
I agree.
So that is, sir, your platform helped me that way. That, and also, sir, when you know that you have given a lot of tests which are based on majorly based on tables and all the important things in a chapter, you get a lot of confidence that okay, I know this. I can focus on my weak points, and the way you had divided the decathlon, that subject wise, that used to like it was clearly you could understand clearly which are the areas that you need to focus on. Like if I got less marks in neurosurgery, then I know that in this like coming 15-20 days, if I have a choice between two subjects, neurosurgery is the subject that I will try to read at that time. So, and I also tried to solve your MCQs, sir, but I did not have that much time. I did try to solve as much as I could. And I would like to mention, sir, that there were a lot of things like recent updates, especially the 20th edition, which were not available on any other platforms. So that was helpful. And it was, sir, it did help. SLGS did help.
That thank you so much for that compliment. So what I would like to ask you next is that I have already you have already mentioned about reading daily, Sabiston revision, and over that reading all the important things. So you left your job, you work for some time, then you gave all your attention towards studies. So those who want to take that step, you are an example for that. Those who want to work and then prepare, they are a different set of people. So both aspects can be seen and can be
Sir,
addressed.
you have to decide what you want from the preparation. Are you happy with the preparation? Do you like to make notes, not make notes? You want to do the job, not do the job? Is it heavy? Is it like, can you study for 12 hours a day with work? So it is, sir, one has to decide for themselves what
Yes,
they want. There are people, I know people who were working and got a rank, but I knew that I could not do it. It was impossible for me. Even though there's some days there might not have been a lot of there might not have been a lot of work at the hospital, but when I used to come back to the library, I used to feel that I have wasted these four
yes,
hours or five
yes.
hours, and that used to weigh in on my mind. And then I decided that it's better to leave it altogether and focus. And I in the meanwhile then because I was leaving my SR-ship, I decided that I can put in that much time in MRCS, and you never know if it helps you. So I gave my MRCS part A in the meanwhile, cleared that, and then I along with that I used to study, like there was one INI in between. I studied for that as well, and then I continued. Sir, whatever I did, I tried to, like, I had my one eye on that thing and the other eye on NEET. At every single point of time, like if I am studying for MRCS, I'm thinking of NEET. I will go beyond what is required for MRCS because that is what is required in NEET SS.
True.
If I am reading for INI, I will also try to do the benign lesions because my specialty focuses more on malignant
Right.
lesions. So I tried to do as much, like I tried to do like it was not an ideal thing. Like I was trying to do both
Lot
the
of
things,
things.
and I was scared that it might come back to bite me and this will be my downfall. But then I was like, I have gone down this path, might as well finish it and see how it turns out.
So what I can take away message to the aspirants would be that, as you said, that there are both aspects. So you need to be clear from first that do you want to prepare without any work or you want to work and prepare. So both of the scenarios, if you can give your full effort and dedication, I think you can achieve it. And if you want to do multiple things, also you should be confident enough and do everything properly, not just give half-hearted attempt for everything, because as you said, it will come back to you. Instead, you gave your 100% for everything, and I think that's the reason also. And also, congratulations for clearing MRCS Part A.
Yes, and
So,
also I got a little lucky that this paper had a little more onco
yeah,
questions. So
yeah,
that preparation for INI that I did,
INSS helped you.
it did help me.
Yeah, I agree. So I think luck plays a factor, true, but
Yes, sir, definitely,
hard
sir,
work has
definitely.
no replacement. If you would not put hard work, no luck will be with you.
Yes, sir.
So I think hard work and
So
dedication
the
are
harder
the.
you work, the more lucky you get.
I totally agree, and that's a very nicely put by you. So I will. I think the aspirant should take this note that it is not just luck which you should tell; it is also the hard work which you put in. So that's a very good example what you're setting for the aspirants who will be watching this. Coming to what I want to ask you, that I'm asking everybody whom I'm talking to, who are my student, that what are the positive or what are the negatives of our platform which you can point out, so that if we are good, we can become best, and if we are not good, we can become more better.
Sir, one thing that I thought that needed to be addressed was the MCQ interface, the app, and that
Yeah,
you are launching that I
yeah,
read on the
yes,
WhatsApp group.
yes, yes,
So that will be taken care of.
yeah.
Rest everything is just fine, sir. You don't have to do anything else.
Thank you
It
so
is
much
great.
for that. Because what my aim is to give the students the best content. So, and app we are upgrading, and that is all we are being announcing. So keeping that aside, like if I tell you to share what you feel like to the aspirants who will be watching you, to inspire them, to guide them, I keep the floor open to you. Whatever you want to give them a message, please go ahead.
Sir, as like I said, you also pointed it out. There's no substitute to hard work, sir. I know I have how much I have worked hard for this. I used to sit for the whole day with my notes, with the books, and I know that if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be at this stage where I am right now. You have to work hard. There is no substitute. You have to put in that effort. You have to solve questions. One mistake that I had done was not solving question the last time that I had given the paper. So solving questions is really as important as reading, maybe. Like you have to give a you have to, and when you solve the question, it's not just solving the question. You have to be analytical. You have to understand why something went wrong. Like, I used to joke with my friends that if something goes wrong, it hurts me, and it used to hurt me, and I used to be like, yeah, why did this go wrong? This shouldn't have happened. And then I used to try to focus and understand why I went wrong at that point, and tried to cover up my deficiencies, whatever they were at that particular time. And the whole syllabus is volatile. You cannot do anything about it. So you just have to read conceptually, because a lot of time, if you focus on the facts, they won't stay with you. But concepts have a slightly more chance of staying with
Yes,
you.
true, true,
It, I concepts also don't stay with you forever.
true.
You also forget the concepts that you have
Yeah.
read, but it's okay. You have to take it in your stride and do it again, and whatever, to whatever extent you can do, you have to keep putting in the effort and hope that it happens, and you will gain the confidence when you start seeing the results. There are a lot of mocks and GTs in between, and then you realize that okay, I am on the right path. What I'm doing is the right. And your competition is with your peer. They are also struggling with those same things that you are struggling. They are also struggling with the work. They are also struggling with the vastness of the syllabus. They are also struggling with the multiple textbooks that are there. Like, some want to read Savison. So the problems that you are facing, everyone is facing. You have to formulate a plan, stick to the plan, and see it to till the end. And most times than not, you will succeed by doing this, and you have to give your best.
So I'll add on to what you said that one is if you go through the low phase during your preparation, you
Also,
need
sir,
to,
just
yeah,
just
yeah,
just a
please.
thing, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a really good group of friends that we used to study together in the library. So, and also my family was very supportive. They used to, like, my mom used to cook lunch and give it to me so that I don't have to come back to the house. So everything plays a role in the success. And whenever I wanted something, if I was feeling a little low, I wanted to like buy decathlon. I was not working, so I did not have any money. So I had to ask my dad, and everyone helped out in their own way at each step. And having a core good circle of friends that I had around me also helped me. There were times when they were low. There were times when I was low. If I got a little less marks in one of the tests, they used to tell me that, why are you focusing on this? You have scored a lot more in other tests. It's okay. It happens. And the same went around the other way. I used to help them with their stuff. So you have to surround yourself with good people. You have to make a plan. You have to stick to it, and mostly you will succeed by the end of it.
You have emphasis on a very important thing that the family always supports you no matter what.
Yes or
And
no?
if you have a good family, definitely small things won't be noticed at that time. But when you achieve that success, then that all things will come and will be put into place. So you have very nicely credited to your family, and I very much agree with you. And also, secondly, regarding the friends thing, I always kept writing in my blogs that keep a support system, keep close talking to your family, friends, keep a group of people surrounding you who positively motivate you. And that plays a very important factor from self experience and also what you said. So I think that is also a very good take home message for the students that this is also something which is important more than what you're studying. The psychological support what you're having, that is a very important thing. So that is very nicely put by you. I just remembered one thing that you mentioned about the decathlon. So I faced a criticism in between that I made the exams very tough in between. So what is your take on that thing? Because during
Sir,
that
that
time,
was
yeah.
no, sir. I never felt that any of the papers were really tough. sometimes it's okay that like a tough paper is, I think, better than an easy paper, because that inflates your confidence you falsely, like you.
Yeah,
And we have been seeing for the past 2 3 years that the NEET paper is not what you think it should be. They ask whatever they want to, they ask from whichever source they want to. And like this time they had focused a lot on subspecialty books,
yeah,
not just Bailey. They had focused on, like, I found some questions in Shackelford, I
yeah,
found some in Devita, I found some in Greenberg after
yeah,
the paper. So, sir, you cannot just think that this is a tough paper and NEET won't be at this level
yeah.
just to massage your ego or whatever it is. You have to accept that there will be a situation where you will be faced with a really difficult paper, and that is what happened in this NEET. During the paper, I was thinking, what is this? There are no normal questions. They are not asking no, and the options were really close. Like,
Yeah,
would you give NACT first and then operate, or would you operate directly? So the paper is not easy. The preparation is not easy. You have to work hard, and you have to be ready for any challenge that comes your way, be it a tough GT, be it a anything. Like, you're solving a QBank and you realize that there are a lot of questions from shorts. You have to take it in your stride that maybe uh, these are important. Like in one of your QBanks, vascular QBanks, I had read Sabiston and I tried solving it, and there were half the questions
and
were from
shorts.
shorts.
Yeah,
So I got a little demotivated, but then I was like, okay, I will focus on these points. At
yeah,
least I can see these points that are come
yeah,
in the QBank, and then you have to just go on ahead and just continue with your efforts.
yeah. Yeah, so that is a very important thing that what you mentioned is that whatever you're reading, be clear about the concepts, read it thoroughly, and don't worry about what is going to be asked in the exam or not. Especially for the NEET SS level, at least Bailey's Abyssin should be very thorough enough. And
Yes,
rest, you need to leave it to destiny because you cannot prepare everything. Each and everything cannot be prepared.
yes, sir. A lot of it is luck. You have to uh, accept that there is a luck factor that is involved in this,
Yes.
and then it might go your way, it might not go your
Might
way,
not.
but that's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine
Yeah.
in the end. This
Yeah.
is not the end of the world. This
Exactly.
paper is not everything. Uh,
That's I'll I think I'll end this by what you said that any negative result or a low result in one exam is not the end of the world. So whatever you said, I'll just summarize that perseverance, hard work, dedication, keeping your family, friends, everything is the most important part of any competitive exam. And there is no substitution for hard work. So, Dr. Aniket, I'll again congratulate you. Wish you the best for your super specialty residency.
Thank you,
Welcome to
sir.
the world of SS now.
Thank
And
you, sir.
hopefully, we will be in touch and we will be meeting soon.
Yes,
All the best again.
thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
taking
thank you,
out time. Thank you so
thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you.